Ambush, we want you to address this SA thing, bro. You keep on coming online, you keep on dissing Heady, you're dissing Chip. I understand why you've dissed me. I get it, bro. You've dissed me many years, bro. I understand now. Just give it a little bit of a backstory, bro. When I made that video of you, the amount of calls that I received, bro. Can I get Bouncer's number? Can I get his number? I want to speak to him. He has to delete that. Do you know what I said, my brother? And I'm sure the man them sent a message back to you. Bro, I don't need to speak to you. I'm not deleting nothing. Then you're adding me on Snap. Like, Ambush, adding me on Snap. Bro, I said what I said, bro. Now, let's get into it. Cause I'm going to break down the downfall of Ambush and that. And why he will never be an artist, bro. He will never be the man that he wants to be. For one, in terms of features, in terms of, bro, it's crazy. I see blog pages posting Ambush here, and I see the same blog pages, they don't post me. Do you know what I mean? And do you know why I laugh? Because it's positioning. You see when you see when your character is so strong, yeah, so strong, it's a threat. It's a threat. Now let's get into this. Ambush, you done your song, good song. You're insecure, bro. Who cares about what drillers you've got in your video, bro? Like, bro, you're not speaking to a nerd online. Like, there's a nerd that actually makes video. Like, I am not a nerd, bro. I'm from the streets. I've never been a nerd on the streets. I've never been a nerd online. I might be looked at as a nerd because the way how I market myself, but my brother, I've never been a nerd, bro. So stop with them talks in your lyrics, bro. Who cares, bro? You get me? Let's have it right, bro. Who cares, bro? Like you see war, yeah? War costs a lot of money. Like, war is a thing that it costs a lot of money. Like, if you got the money, are you prepared to go into war? So stop talking about I'm on my block, blah, blah, blah. Who cares if you're on the block with young G's, bro? You're meant to be taking them young G's off the block, bro, so they can be doing something positive. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Now, I'm not leaving the fact of this Ray Black thing, because you see our culture, we're a bit confusing. We're confusing. Everyone's in the comments. Listen, let's talk about this Ray Black and Ambush, because what I don't get is, are we saying it's okay to SA someone? Like, are we saying it's okay to SA someone? Because he's openly admitted SA. So what's the difference between Ambush and Tim Westwood? Because Tim Westwood hasn't admitted it. What's the difference between Ambush and Young Fiddy? Because Young Fiddy is standing trial. He's standing trial for this, and he's gone not guilty. So why do we say that he's guilty, or why do we attack him? What's the difference between Ambush and Michael Ward? Michael Ward has denied everything. Ambush has admitted it. Ambush has admitted it. The reason why Ambush hasn't got a SA charge next to his name, because Ray Black didn't press charges. She just publicly added him and she just put it on him. Understand that. And do you know what I think is crazy to me? In the comments, or you lot, or I'm getting messages, oh, can't lie, bro, I'm a person that watches your content, man, but how you come at Ambush, rare. This is why black women don't respect black men. Understand that. This is why these things happen. Do you know why? And it's not a race thing. I'm just saying, all the people that message me, they were black. And you know, all the black people, you know, all the black men that message me saying, bro, you was wrong for doing that. You shouldn't have done that with Ambush. So basically, we're saying there, it's okay for us to do that. And yeah, bro, that happened to Ray Black. Yeah, that's fine. So whatever happened to your daughter or your sister, would you feel a bit, because I can confirm, yeah, bottom of my heart, that affected her to another level. Like, you gave her social anxiety. I'm not saying it just to say it. And there's a reason why you're on here. There's a reason why you're on the BBC. There's multiple articles, but let's get it right. There's a reason why you're on the BBC article. You see, from when this happened, what's happened? Stop telling man that Ambush is great. Like, basically, we are now picking talent over what's actually, he makes a song called Morals. So hold on then. Like so everyone's safe to say, yeah, that we don't agree with predators. Like we're safe to say that, yeah? Like even civilians, forget about all that street stuff, because civilians are not on the streets, and this is where you get things confused, Ambush, bro. You get me? You get confused. People might view your content. You are a good content creator. You make great content. People are interested. Oh, boom. But, bro, where people go wrong is you have, instead of addressing someone and shaking their hands and saying hello, you've shook their breasts. Like, that's what you've done. And it affected her. So why? Okay, bro, he looks like a scumbag, a predator. Look, he actually looks like a scumbag. And sorry, man has to make these videos because this is why, for me, I'm welcome to the ultimate embarrassment, bro. You can't embarrass me, bro. You'll start seeing, you see me everywhere. You see me everywhere. You can't stop me. You get me? And that is my unique selling point. Bouncer being embarrassed and it getting traction. But let's just tell you something, my bro, yeah? To the outside world, to the 100% of people, there's some wrongers out here, and we need to stop allowing these things to happen. Because if we flick the screen, yeah, and we actually go into Tim Westwood's case and the upcry from our community, the upcry, you get me? Tim Westwood, he was targeting another scumbag, you get me? But he's not been found guilty. He actually hasn't even been charged. Ambush has admitted it. If Ray went to the police, Ambush would have got charged and sentenced, and then he would have been put on the numbers on the sex offenders list. Please understand these things. There's a big panorama, there's a documentary on Tim Westwood, but what has happened, many years happened. He has not been charged. Now, so please explain to me, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? I want you lot to know what's the difference between Ambush and Tim Westwood. Even if we go down, yeah, and he's got Tim Westwood, he's got 22, like 20. There are 22 claims on him, and it breaks down in detail what he's been doing to underage black women. You get me, right? So, and here's my thing. It's probably now the black man them, because I have to talk about man's race right now, because it's only man them that's actually messaging me, telling man's out of order and boom, boom, boom. So, Tim Westwood, where do we go from here? What? Are we going to say that man's out of order for mentioning Tim Westwood? Or where do we view Tim Westwood? Now, just separate the dislike from Bouncer and just talk about actually what we're talking about here. Just separate that. Let's talk about this. Now, Tim Westwood, it breaks down everything that's happened. Boom, 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 boom. They're doing an investigation. Many years ago, they've added more charges. Boom, 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 boom. But what's happened? What has happened? What are they? Bro, he got cited in Nigeria. He's in Nigeria, bro, walking around. Like, what has happened? Please tell me what's going on with Tim Westwood. He's denied. He hasn't even said anything because he hasn't got no charges brought to him. So it's like, okay, cool. But we know. We already know. We don't have to have charges brought to him, right? Okay, cool. Let's go to Michael Ward. Now, Michael Ward, let's go into the ins and outs. His face is plastered everywhere. Now, let's break this one down. Do you know his face is plastered everywhere? Do you now think, yeah, he's going to get a film role after him being on this charge or him being accused of this or this allegation happening? Do you think that? Do you think he's going to get even when this allegation gets dropped, do you think he will get a film role? Like, unfortunately, these are the things that happen. These things shouldn't go public until there's a conviction. Man should be getting charged. Man should be going to court. Man should be fighting the court case. Man should be either is it guilty or not guilty. If you get found guilty, then it goes like this, because no matter what, his career is done. Now, let me break down to you guys. Let me understand from our culture. We can talk about the blog pages. The blog pages, you don't know who you are. You know who you are. You get me? But we post Ambush, though. We post Ambush's lyrics and no one's not responding and whatnot. So basically, we're saying, yeah, it's not okay to safeguard women. Forget about just women. It's not okay. That it doesn't matter if an artist can do. And these things happen in the music industry, by the way, guys. This is why there's a lot of women in the music industry will say, listen, the music industry is crazy. Man always gets sexualized. There's always, man has producers or this or that and that. And I can tell you my story. There's many of them, bro. There's many of them. You get me? But what I'm trying to understand from our culture, because it's fine, bro. You see my culture. You don't like. Big shout out to Fashion Concept, get me, Audio, Survivor, Made You Think. I'm just like the list goes on. Big shout out to them. Like, but just understand. Do you see the main blogs posting me? They don't post me, bro, because you see when I speak and I talk things. Even when I talk about logic, do you think they post me? They don't post me, bro. Man, you see when that person that don't fall in line with the industry, these are the things that happen. But guess what? I'm everywhere anyway. You can't stop what man's doing. I'm everywhere anyway. But guess to understand this, these pages still post ambush though. And this is where we go wrong. Because it's like, and then we think we allow it to be okay. Bro, if ambush is so good, yeah, and he's so good, why hasn't he done Culture Class? Why didn't he get done for Culture Class? Why hasn't he been booked for Culture Class? Because he's been cancelled since the Ray Black thing online. Boom. I want to hear ambush song that's on radio. If it's been played on radio, that's crazy. And the reason why his career is finished, bro, you keep on sending for Chip, bro. Leave Chip alone, bro. Like, stop mentioning Stormzy. You're not Stormzy's friend, bro. Stormzy, stop begging it with him. You're not around Stormzy, bro. So stop mentioning Stormzy to use him and boom, boom, boom. Whatever they've got, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, stop mentioning all these things. Stop mentioning Heady, bro. If that was now this is how man keeps to talk about morals and whatnot, bro. Why did that information really need to be online then? Like, you're there, bro, and then you're talking about Young G's. Bro, what the hell, fam? Like, who hasn't got Young G's? But the difference between me and you, my bro, is I'll fly my Young G's over here. I'll make them see a better quality of life. I'll make them look into things and tell them there's more than being drillers on the roads. And you have your Young G's with masks talking about their drillers and boom, 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 boom. My brother, with all due respect, like I said, you're not talking to a Neek online. I'm not a Neek online, bro. So I'm not one of them people that you can pressure or I'm a Neek. Never, nowhere, bro. You get me? Doesn't matter, bro. So understand, bro, yeah? Gangster is getting your people off that and developing them and getting them into that lane, bro. Because let's have it right, bro. Everyone has done mad stuff, bro. It's not hard, bro. It's easy to take a life. Now, it's hard to take this man them and show them how life should be, bro. So stop trying to push that narrative like, bro, yeah, I'm on the roads, I'm out here, boom, 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 boom. Because that is not cool, bro. Man call you a waste man for that, bro. You get me? Man call you a waste man. There's 16, 17-year-olds that have e-commerce businesses that's doing really well, bro. That's doing madness. You get me? Bro, let me mention Double R, Remain Relevant TV. I have to play a video. You get me? Look, Remain Relevant, it gets onto everyone. You get me? But at the same time, you can't deny, my man is funny. You get me? So, and he kind of broke this down in a great way. Before I even play the video, actually, let's get into some receipts, man. Because it's like, I all forgot. You know when you just forget things, bro? You get me? Let me get into some receipts so we kind of know. This is what Ray Black actually added, bro. Ray Black said, ambush, I'm giving you 2 days. Look, you can see it. Basically, he's saying, look, boom, you need to apologize, you get me, for what you did. You get me? A real apology. She's come online, a real apology. So let me like really understand and really check this, yeah? And if you're, forget about the man them, because the man them's in the comments, you look like some man put their hands on women, so you look will never understand. And some man that are aggressive, that's not man, bro. That is not man. But let's just break this down, yeah? She came online, bro. You get me? You got invited to a place of power, the YouTube event, yeah, an industry event. She's gone there not knowing that you are gonna go and do what you're doing. That's madness, bro. Like, all jokes aside, you can make songs about me and boom, boom, boom. You can do what you want, bro. But that's madness, bro. And she's told you got 2 days to apologize. So you knew then, in 2 days, yeah, if you didn't apologize, she would have rang the police, she would have pressed charges, and it would have got real sticky for you. Like, it will have got real sticky for you. But let's go through some of these receipts. Let's go through some of them. You get me? So now Ambush is trying to call Ray Black a liar and a weirdo when we legit heard a man apologizing via voice note. Now, Ambush, what I'm gonna do, because you know me, I always do my due diligence and tap into this, that, get all this ready, boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna hold that for the next couple videos if you want to kind of reply, because I've got time for this. I got time for this. I got time for this. You get me? I'm gonna go deep dives into other stuff, but I'm only gonna show these bits here. You get me? Let's get into this. So, look, like, that's insane, bro. But you apologize. Ambush, look, he SA'd Ray Black and then tried to gaslight her when she asked for an apology. Please understand these things, guys. Like, understand what man's saying here. Because I don't think you lot are taking it in and you lot make this is a blind eye. This is a very serious matter. Go into another one. You get me? 22, I still can't believe Ambush met Ray Black and thought it would be a good idea to shake her breast instead of shaking her hand. My head is still spinning like the first time I heard the story. Guys, but like I said, I know my audience is more black, more male. So these things, we take it's a blind eye. I see another YouTube, or Ambush is needed in the culture. Okay, cool. We don't need predators, bro, because that is nonce. We call my man a nonce. You get me? We call my man a scumbag. He is a scumbag. You get me? And that's what we call. And man call out that. So it's like, but man won't like Bouncer for calling out that, but that's just what it is. There's no buts in this thing because this happened to your mum. How are you going to, cool, wait. If this happened to your mum, yeah, your mum, your daughter, your sister, how are you going to feel? Let me know. Just let me know in the comments. And if it's all right, man's attacking me, then you know it's okay. Then you have no morals as a person. My man mentions, he calls his song morals. Fam, you don't want to come at me, bro. I promise you, you don't want to come at me. You don't. But let's go into this one. Anyway, the whole I'm just bait stuff. You get me? This whole Ambush thing. Boom. He's saying that I'm just bait sent him to jail for 9 months. I'm just bait was not a part of nothing, bro. All you done is have an event. You get me? And whatever Ambush ended up doing in the event, he done. My man, you could have, bro, come on, man. This is not power. We're not in power. It's just not Suits, Aki. It's not Suits, bro. You get me? Where boom, boom, boom. You're not my man's bridging like that. You don't need to do anything. You need to take accountability for your actions. Know why you went to prison and know that you fumbled the bag on the back of that. Now you're trying to send for Chip, the person that's got your biggest tune. You have got to be kidding me. And you're flipping trying to embarrass Heady One. Leave that on the streets if you're such a real nigga, bro. Leave that on the streets. We don't need to actually know these things. We don't need to know that. I didn't know that, but then you spoke on Billy the Goat's thing and was like, oh yeah, man. So what, bro? Leave that on the streets, bro. Leave it on the streets if you're such a real nigga, bro. You get me? But anyway, I'm going to finish it off with this. Just so you lot know, but just know I've got 4 or 5 videos loading, ready, with ammunition ready. So Ambush, I don't mind, bro. We can go for days. Anyway,
let's have it right, yeah. First of all, yeah, I was by myself, yeah. The mob was in the building, like way back over there.
So the guys, he said he was by himself, Ambush got ambushed. Obviously, this is when the I'm just bait stuff happened. He thought he could oppress I'm just bait. Bro, guy, all he does is help the scene, bro. Thought he can oppress him and it just went it just turned left for him. You get me? That's what really happened. The mob's in the building, but he just got mashed up. What happened to anyone after that? Nothing. What a clown.
Could have went and got them. No, I didn't need to because I was going to page you on some, yeah, I'll forgive you.
So if you was going to page you on some forgive you, why did you try to little man him? Pull him to the side, speak to him as a grown man, but what you done is you tried to be that, this is what happens. This is bully man tactics. This is what happens with bullies. You see a lot of bullies. I used to oppress all the bullies that used to bully people, bro. Man used to oppress that. 'Cause man don't like bullies, but then it backfired on him. Cool.
Thing. Well, let's have it, innit?
Here you are, innit? Mr. Tuna and Sweet Corn in bed, pretending he's not in his feelings. He's now come on the big internet to say, Cheesecake, aka I'm Just Bait, will never try it. Hold up a second. What did we see out there with our own eyes? We saw I'm Just Bait, aka Cheesecake, ambush you nicely, and you have the nerve to come on to say he would never try it? He must be smoking something strong for him to say a man would never try it after being tried. Oh,
Guys, I want you lot to understand. This is the definition of someone that claims they're a bad boy, but is not on nothing. He is not on nothing, guys. You get me? Nothing. A guy done a song about Fredo, mentioned Fredo, that he went in the cell and apologized. I'm telling you, bro, Fredo is not going in no cell to apologize to no one. You get me? He's not an idiot. No matter what people can say, he's not an idiot. So it's like, but he's not going in the cell to apologize to Ambush, bro. No, like, I really want you lot to understand. This guy is an ultimate clown. He's another one that everyone thinks that he's just a bad boy. He's not.
Only an idiot will talk that way. Ambush then goes on to say, his brethrens, his gorillas was round Dessa. His gorillas watch the chair get bounced off your back in Dessa. You're an idiot, Ambush. You got attacked like some real gimp. Every other time these rappers love talk about rushing, man. 10 on 1, 15 on 1. But when it happened to them, it's a problem that they got rushed. If you was about that life, Ambush, we would have seen ambulance and police outside that place there because it got locked down because you and your so-called gorillas wouldn't let man out of that building. As you now know.
You know what Ambush does, guys? You can see, look at the pattern. He does things online. Every time he does things, he gets embarrassed. Then he does his podcast circuit to try to, then he goes quiet. Trust me, don't worry. Ambush is going to market me till I get to the top because you know the negativity, that's what people buy into. So he's just another marketing tool for me. You get me? But I'm just going to give him a little 5 minutes right now. You get me? When I'm finished with him, I'll just ignore him and just be like, yeah, that's one of man's marketing tools.
I'm Just Bait, aka Cheesecake. He don't business with his drunken and smoking ass self. You could tell he would have it. He would say, come on, let's do this now. That's the lad in him that you're afraid of, Ambush. You say you went to forgive him for putting you in jail for 9 months. I don't know who's going to forgive a man that locked up a man for 9 months for snitching and then forgive him. You're a idiot, Ambush. You're another one of these bullshit rappers that go out there and try and blag it like you don't like snitches. You was on the internet for years, dissing the youth, saying he's a snitch, his brethren's a snitch, he's an informant, blah, blah, blah. But now, years later down the line, you see him live in the flesh, and instead of moving to him swiftly, you want to go and hug him. Or the youth looked at it like, hold up a second, you want to come and chat to me? Hold up, here, what we're going to do now? We're going to put a beating on you now. Have that, hold that. You just got ambushed. Either way, move to him. Or just...
And you know what it is, guys? You can never move to Ant because see a person that is loved by everyone. Everyone will, that's it. Get me? And this is what happened to Ambush. But anyway, guys, look, like I said, we got to make it make sense here. Like, we need to get our priorities right. People say, Bounce, I need to get my priorities right. I speak about this person, then I don't speak about that person. You sounded, okay, cool. Let's make this decision now. We need to get our priorities right. Let's talk about this. Tim Westwood, what do we say on Tim Westwood? Is he a scumbag or not? Let me know in the comments if he's a scumbag. By the way, he's been accused, but he hasn't been charged with anything, or he hasn't been found guilty or pleaded. Young Fiddy, we say Young Fiddy's a scumbag, yeah? Cool. By the way, he's been accused, he's standing trial, but he hasn't been found guilty with anything. Michael Ward, same thing. He hasn't been found guilty with anything. Ambush has openly admitted SA. The only reason why he hasn't got SA next to his name on charges because Ray Black didn't go to court. Let me know in the comments. Just start talking logics now, guys. Just stop being dumb. Stop being dumb here. Just stop being dumb. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Peace.